ChatGPT is a friend or an enemy? I've been hearing this for the last 6 to 8 months. It's one of the buzzing tech word, and I was like initially I was not that much worried. Hey, what it's every technology, every new things comes every 2 years, 3 years, and all. But recently, when I started using it, I was super impressed by it. And if you really see, right, there are some disruptive technologies or innovations that happens every few years. If you consider in the last 25-30 years, some of the products like an iPhone or an Amazon or a Google search or a Tesla, these are disruptive in the industries, right? And now it's like something like ChatGPT and the market reach, right? So there are companies like Netflix who took 3 years, and some of the like Facebook took 10 months, and Spotify took less than that, and ChatGPT took less than a week to reach millions of customers. How crazy is that, right? And is it something should we worry about it? Say Goldman Sachs report says in the Forbes that 300 million jobs could be affected by this generative AI like ChatGPT, and then Google is coming up with its own part. Now, let's talk about some of the jobs that are affected, isn't there? Like tech jobs, like coding, programming, content creations, tech writings, emails, proposals. You want to send a proposal to your client, ChatGPT can help you. You want to write a review for certain things, it can help you. Actually, I'm building a website completely by the ChatGPT content. Okay, every page by page, I'm using the ChatGPT content to do it, and a little bit of a customizations. I'll do that, and teaching jobs, coachings, mentorships, right? See, it not just gives answers; it explains you why it is, right? It's crazy about it. And students, right, homeworks are done using ChatGPT. When my kid was using it a few days back, and he was so impressed, and he wants to translate, he wants to write it in a different form, you want to write it a simple form, you want to write it like a 5 years old kid can understand everything it can do, right? And data entry, or if you're a graphical designer or a customer service, man, I'm seriously, this ChatGPT can replace every jobs related to this, right? So let's talk about some of the examples in which ChatGPT. Okay, so content creations. Let me walk you through how it can, right? See, I'm like typing it. Hey, create a homepage content for my food blog, right? It just gives you all the content, right? And just little bit edit, and then you can write your own flavor to it and then use it. Now, let's say if my content is too big, okay, hey, I want to keep it in a simpler form, right? I'll ask ChatGPT, hey, just do. The beauty of this is that, right, it has that context, who you are, what kind of a person you are, what kind of a questions that you asked, right? And I put it in a simple terms, put it in 50 words, and then it will give me, right? Hey, whatever you gave me is great. Now, put it in a shorter form, put it in a bullet form, right? And it can give me. That's the beauty of it, right? Fantastic. And now let me just talk about a second example, right? And is like programmers, right? Programmers will love this. Now, hey, write me a WebSocket code in Java language. Okay, it does it beautifully. It gives you the codes, it gives you why so and so being used, what are the external references, everything it gives you line by line. Perfect. You just copy paste it and the code will run. Okay, zero error, right? A perfect programmer. Now, hey, I want to migrate this, right? Hey, my company is migrating. I want to put this Java code into a React code. Now, what should I do? Ask ChatGPT, hey, convert it to React, and it will beautifully give you that coding. Just do that. Now, hey, my programmers won't understand this. I want to have a proper comments and then do it, right? Hey, ask ChatGPT. It's going to give you with proper comments. That's all. Just copy paste it, right? The use cases in which ChatGPT is evolving is just amazing to see. It's a list of use cases. Now, considering all these things, right? Now, do you think can we neglect this? Can we just sit idle? Can we see what it can do? No. Think about it. What will happen in next 2 to 5 years? Just see what kind of use cases it'll grow. But how about we learn and we also grow together, right? You can build your apps, websites, portal, anything with ChatGPT. Some of the use cases, right? See, it can act as a tutor, it can act as a mentor or a coach. If any kind of questions, right? If somebody were to mentor to you, somebody were a coach to you, it can be on your life skills, it can be on your tech skills, it can be anything. You just ask and it will give you. That's one good use case. Or it can be any product comparisons, selections like, hey, what kind of a books? It can be fictions, it can be related to improving yourself. Ask. Or some certain shoes model, you want to say which one is good for running, which one is good for marathon. Ask, hey, which models of laptops are good, you can recommend, right? And let's say you are preparing for an interview, hey, ask ChatGPT, hey, can you be an interviewer, let's do a mock interview. It will ask you some real questions. Fantastic, right? Hey, coding competition, give me a coding test, like trivia, right? It can help you out. Recommendations engine, you want to even organize an event, hey, what kind of things I can plan, want a tours or a budget, hey, I want to go to this travel, give me an itinerary for so and so. Man, like hundreds of things you can do with ChatGPT. And right now there are a lot of websites, image processings, video reading, editing. There are crazy things that are happening, right? So how about we embrace this change, learn, and then use it to our benefit? And if I feel that in next few years, this will be like a big time Dane and Deert. People will stop using Google and then would go to the ChatGPT and let's grow together.